Mm-hmm. 40 minutes each. I like how Koopa's okay with Koopa time now.
It is what it is. As long as everybody respects that, it'll be okay.
We've learned to organize around it.
I love this obvious condom hack going on.
Mm-hmm. Fuck you say?
Okay. Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Oh boy. Fuck you say? Yeah. Hey. Episode 2, kind of saucy already. It's a good night. Podstache here in your Tuesday edition.
We started already.
We are started. That's why I'm talking.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cheers.
Wait, I didn't mean that's something that came off very douchey. I'm sorry.
I didn't even take it.
All right. All right. Justin Shank, I am here, introducing Podstache Tuesday. To my left.
Brian Lee.
To my right.
Koopa.
Control station.
Christopher Lee.
And we got special guests. Nick Forma. And special guests.
Yell.
Mom. Lucy Gertie.
All right. Podstache. We're might as well jump right into what we were talking about on break. We were talking about J-Beebs on break. Can't believe we don't have the soundboard clip picked up already.
Oh, yeah. I should have gotten
What,
should I just play it?
No, it's okay now.
Okay.
We'll play it. We'll figure it out later. We're talking about J-Beebs.
Oh, you're talking about the Koopa one?
Yeah.
Oh. No, I might as well now.
Here's my question.
There's a couple things that I like about Beiber.
It's so better when it's louder.
It really is.
How would you... Now, I remember they did a whole book, like, what's his face? Motley Crue kind of talked about this a little bit in a book.
Justin Bieber?
No. But think of it this way. Justin Bieber, like, everybody, like, famous women would jump his bones. Like, a lot of women, like, really like him, and he's a fucking young kid.
Well, he's 19 now, or...
Would they, though?
But when he started.
Would they really?
They put that in their mind.
Would they actually come to fruition with it, though? Like,
But that's
if they were in a room, would they be like, all right.
Justin Bieber, and all these women want you, but then they're older, they have a little bit more knowledge, and he's just this young fucking stupid
Fuck you
kid.
say?
I mean, that's got to be a weird thing to feel. You know what I mean? Like Motley Crue had the same issue. Like, what's his face did a book?
And the difference is they actually had sex with women, though.
Yeah, but there was a difference. Like, they were nervous because their expectations of Motley Crue is so high.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to tarnish that. You know what I mean? So Justin Bieber's in the same boat. Like, women think so highly of him, but when you meet him, obviously he's a fucking kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
I wonder how you take that.
But Motley Crue, I mean, they didn't want to tarnish it, but they did, right?
Oh yeah, I don't give a
I mean,
fuck.
they just like fuck left and right.
They're just like,
all right, fuck
let's do it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, obviously Bieber got caught smoking weed like a tough ass, like
Cuts for Bieber.
yeah. But which is the best thing ever. We just briefly talked about how Justin Bieber said he'll never play the UK again
Why?
because he got.
Oh, is that all from that?
Because of that, he did an interview after I'm never coming here again. Like,
God. I'm running away from home.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, his home is Canada, so please go hang out. Everyone's nice there. You're not used to the world because Canada's way too nice.
Yeah.
But he got harassed by some photographers because they didn't he was just running away. And
leave me alone. But that's tough, man. He's remember, he's been in the spotlight since what, 15? And
Yeah.
that's all. I mean,
Hey,
not that we
younger
know that
even.
world,
Hey.
but that world is crazy. The guy,
Yeah,
Hey.
his choice.
he wanted it.
that's true.
Well, and that's the quote. We talked about how the drummer from the Black Keys had that Twitter thing. Justin Bieber 2.0, you know?
Yeah.
How and I guess the quote, because we thought the quote was kind of weird. The point he was trying to make was that they're well, what do you feel about Justin Bieber not getting an award tonight? And he was like, he's a millionaire. Why does he care if he doesn't win an award? That was the point of it. The kid's got fucking money. Why is he going to be butthurt about not winning a Grammy? The kid's a multi-millionaire.
Right.
And but that was then the Twitter war started. One of the funny old news. One of the funniest things in that Twitter war was some girl tweeted it, the drummer from Black Keys, why don't you just die already? And he's like, I will, and someday so will you. And he's like, isn't it weird to think about it? And I love it because he's saying this to 15-year-old girls that are like, Bieber! But that was funny. But we're talking about how Justin Bieber says he's never going to play UK again because he can't handle the...
He's going to apologize and then he's going to do it again.
He won't apologize. Just be
Yeah,
like,
he
I got a little
will.
His PR people are just going to be like, you fucked up.
Yeah.
You're 19.
But he said he'll never do it again because of this incident right here. We can play it, right? There's no copyrighted. Fuck you, say.
And clearing a path.
Yeah, well, here, we'll skip right to when,
That's pretty funny.
Now, as you can hear,
Was he saying who pays your bills or something like that?
I don't know.
I love people swearing in British, like slang like How is that on a t-shirt already? Fuck you say.
1994. That's our first shirt.
Yeah, the Necroholics. Fuck you say. Justin Bieber. But he got like briefly yelled at by like a paparazzi photographer who was just like, "Oh, you little fucking pisser, you won't take a picture."
Best English impression ever.
Fuck off, mate. But like this guy like
way to the pub.
But this guy like yelled, and then obviously you heard Justin Bieber jump out the Escalade and yell, "Fuck you say."
Well, yeah, he had all his security guards there.
Well, yeah, like
It literally looked like he jumped out of the car into the arms of his security guard.
Yeah.
What'd you
I'm gonna jump out, catch me. Fuck you say.
Actually, that would have been
Like
a better move.
pirouettes out of it. Fuck you say.
That would have been the best move ever, man. If he just like jumped into the arms of his security guard. What'd you say?
They
Get him.
They throw him at the guy. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's like being threatened by Mickey Mouse, pretty much.
Yeah, dude. Well, like, because I mean, you hear those random things about Bieber being like hard ass, you know, like random bullshit.
Yeah.
Because like, what was it like when he was dating that other Disney chick, and they were like on some ride at Disney World, and they were like going into this tunnel, and like the guy was like, "Come on, Justin, get a picture. Come on, get a picture." And you hear just like, "Fuck you." Like, it's like slowly fading away. Like he just goes, "Fuck you," and it's like. Really, that's like as tough as you're gonna be. Like,
Right.
fuck you, buddy. You know, like, come on,
Nah.
throw some fucking punches, man. Like, you know, if you're gonna fuck the photographer up, do it while you're walking
Yeah, but
past
that's
them.
the-
Don't wait
that's
until you
the-
know you got a boundary between
But that
you
is
and the guy.
That is
you
what.
know?
How many times have you watched a fucking like? How many times have you seen a bar fight or a fight in general in a party?
Yeah.
It's always talk.
Yeah.
And one punch done.
Well,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, which is
But that'd be a
hilarious.
great one punch, like Justin Bieber and like some old British guy.
Face just shatters.
Probably some like soccer hooligan fucking guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God.
He's got a big scarf on. Like, oh, I'm gonna fuck him up today.
That Bieber kid, I'm gonna get him.
He's wearing soccer cleats. Kicks him. Either way,
Football.
Yeah. It's football. Rugby.
Yeah, yeah, it's always rugby.
But yeah, we're just talking about Bieber kind of being a bitch, I guess.
Bieber.
I don't know.
He's 19.
He's a bitch.
But I do agree. He does deserve it. I mean, like, you choose that life, and
Yeah.
you're in this, you're getting paid. Your
Yeah.
life is on.
He
like,
could
24/7.
retire right now.
Yeah.
And never have if he hates this so much, fucking give it up. Retire. You know, fucking retire. Buy a nice little house in the middle of nowhere, fucking retire. If you hate being harassed so much, quit.
I'm waiting for his Danny Bonaducci stages.
Where like kill someone in a car accident, or
Just super hooked up. Well, actually, that's later in life, though, wasn't it? That was
was it?
his child years.
Oh, his
was
child
pretty
years.
drugged,
Yeah, that was later in life. Yeah.
No, he was even when he was on the Partridge Family. I'm pretty sure he was dabbling, like, in drugs and stuff like that.
They all were, man.
And then, yeah, he was like messed up on drugs for a real long time. And then I think it might have been Jonathan Bradmeyer from The Loop. Like, I guess he's the one who hooked him up with a radio job. And then he was doing that for a while. Then he started getting really messed up on drugs again. And then I don't know what he's like now.
Normal
I think he's
guy.
clean now.
Yeah.
At least from.
And he's cut,
So is Carrot Top.
which is weird.
Yeah. He's huge.
Yeah.
He's a surfer. That's all he does. Not really. I don't know.
And he wears like mascara too. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Something weird, guy liner, if you will.
Didn't he do like? Wasn't he in Vegas? Didn't he do a Vegas stint for a while?
Who?
I thought he was like a steady gig doing something. Carrot Top. Yeah.
Did
He's
you hear
making money.
Did we say this on this? Someone offered Britney Spears a Vegas thing, like crazy.
I don't know if we talked about. I know what you're talking about, but I
You
don't
know
know
what
if
I'm
we
talking
talked
about?
about it.
No. Britney Spears being like a regular in Vegas.
She turned it down, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
Should
because
be set.
yeah, well, she's
She's probably already set.
Well, yeah.
once you
like-
go to Vegas though, you're doing like those weekend shows like forever.
Forever.
Well, yeah. But at the same
Forever.
time, it's like, I mean, she's probably set, keeping on making money the way she is. But if she were to stop performing altogether, she'd be broke in no time.
And she still
Yeah.
has fans that are still buying fucking albums.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everyone does somehow. Even Limp Bizkit. 10,000
Really?
copies of that one album.
10,000?
That's all they like. That was like their total sales in the one album.
That's not very much for.
And well, this is years ago before the internet boom too.
This
so,
is
like-
actually kind of relevant. It's a week old or whatever, but so I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago was the first time where Billboard started gauging who's number one or whatever, or what their ranking is, based off of also sales, obviously, but also YouTube hits, which is so. I don't know.
That's not right. I don't think that's right, man.
Yeah, but you can't say what's right and wrong because you can't.
Sure, I can.
Yeah,
No.
Rebecca Black can be a fucking top selling like a.
You can't define what's good and bad. You can only define what your good and bad is. You know what I mean?
No, I think
Rebecca Black is not good.
you can't base someone's.
You can base anything off of numbers because that's the only thing that's set in stone. I mean, that's the only
But how
real.
legitimate is YouTube though?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I mean,
the
how
thing.
legitimate
So,
is
like,
using
basically-
YouTube as a
But it's a
source?
real number.
Okay, but if I take a shit in the toilet and I put auto-tune on it and it goes viral, I can hypothetically be number one on the
If you
Billboard
post it
charts.
as like if you make a song out of your farts,
Yeah.
But
and
the
you get
problem
like
that
2
the problem
million
that we all
views.
have right now is that you're taking the idea of them numbering people too seriously.
yeah, because there's no numbering system that makes sense. For TV, it's the Nielsen
Well,
boxes,
yeah.
and those
Yeah.
make no sense.
Right.
So there's no system that measures anything that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. I lost hope when I remember the guitar magazine. There was a guitar magazine, and I think they do it every year, like the top 50 or top 100 guitarists.
And every year it's Jimi Hendrix, Eddie Van Halen,
Right.
Jimmy Page.
And then after that, I just stopped. The thing is that you can't. The only thing that you can define of better in terms of music, if you want to define it, is real like base numbers, and that's sales. So that's how they would do it.
But that's what the Billboard was.
Yeah, I know what the Billboard
That's what the
is.
Billboard was.
yeah, but you said it was
sales.
shit. That's real.
No,
I mean, that's the only thing they can measure
no.
it.
It's shit that they're using YouTube
They're
views.
using sales and YouTube views.
Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
That's not you just contradicted yourself.
Why?
You said the only way you can base numbers is off of sales.
Off of numbers, legit numbers,
But now they're using YouTube views plus
which is
sales.
a number. It's numbers.
But you just going against what you just said. You just said the only way to make your numbers legit is off of sales.
I said
Yeah,
okay, whatever. Take it as you want. I mean,
I will.
I mean,
But
my overall thing is that it doesn't fucking matter.
Well-
but what I'm saying is that YouTube views the number. There's a number. There's an actual accounting of it, and
It's a number,
Right.
But you literally said the only legitimate way for that number to be real is sales, right?
I meant by the numbers. I meant like by actually.
So weird.
If I
You said sales.
if I said just
The
sales,
Billboard
then
should be
sure,
the
we'll run with it.
well, no, but the Billboard should be record sales.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It shouldn't be YouTube views because then it's not people actually want like. I mean, like, I'll be guilty.
I don't know how
I've-
they would. I don't know how they would mesh those two together to make a number.
but they are.
Okay,
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So like
Okay.
Rebecca Black legitimately could be, higher on the billboards than someone who's sold 1 million records. Like no one sells 1 million records on an album nowadays, but they're making it so Gangnam Style could be a #1 Billboard chart topper without selling a single record.
With how much it's played, though,
yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, how many of those DJs are probably just ripping it off of YouTube, or playing on the YouTube video? Because it's got more than
I
a
don't think he's talking
billion
about that.
views,
I don't
right?
think he's talking about that. I think he's talking about an actual, sales is one thing, but actually, like, where people stand in the social world. You know what I mean? Like, there is a reason why YouTube is important, and a big reason why YouTube is important is how viral or how much they're being viewed in the world.
Right.
I mean,
But
that's
I
important.
don't think it should be associated with the Billboard charts at all. Because it just seems.
I don't
like
think
we're-
any of these numbering systems on who's better than who should be there because you can't define who's better than who. I mean, Mikey always just
but that's kind of. It's not saying who's better, but it's just like with the Billboard charts. I mean, it's been around since the 50s or something
Right.
like that. Okay, and and it just kind of. Showing it's a.
Oh, they changed over to the YouTube view, like the Billboard charts?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't listened to you like the last time.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's what we're saying.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Are you being dead serious right now?
Are you serious? You serious, Clark?
A little bit, yeah.
dude, Shyamalan on you guys.
Oh God, we know.
What? No.
No, that's
Yeah.
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
I'm getting all ready to do my filibuster.
Yeah.
Like about validity and all
Yeah.
sorts of shit. And he was like, "Oh, what? No."
Dude, you all know my position on this. Whatever you guys say, I'm going to give you the devil's advocate. I just wasn't paying attention to you.
So that means you never pay attention. You're just like, no, that's wrong.
Yep.
All right.
A couple things he likes about Beiber there.
Alpha brain.
Yeah. Well, point proven. Where do we go from
As long as you're wrong, I'm right.
What do you think it takes to be a NASCAR driver?
There's some skill involved. You have to be lightweight too.
But I know well, I'm not because I'm not even saying like, oh, you're driving the car. Like what do you think?
I think a lot of it is there's a lot of
There's strategy.
You don't know until you've been on pit road.
My favorite Spencer quote ever.
What is it?
Oh my god, because we were hanging out with Murph and Spence and some other people, and
Both huge NASCAR fans.
huge. Like they've been.
Dick.
Oh, dude, it's like.
Dick it.
But I was going off on a rant about it. I'm like, what, dude? It's like, dude, like, how can you find that exciting? Like, people just, like, pretty much watch it, like, for the crashes. Like, what's exciting about that? And then Spencer, like, he's, like, a soft-spoken guy who never, like, really never says a sentence more than, like, that's more than, like, 4 words.
Yeah.
He's just like, hey, man, you don't know unless you've been on pit row. And I'm just like, whoa, dude. Just, like, out of nowhere, like, totally took me. I'm like, holy shit, Spencer.
I mean, they're like within the actual like thing of NASCAR, like the driver and the pit crew and like the coach or whatever.
We gotta move this thing soon.
There's a lot of talent in there. Like as a driver, you do have to have a strategy, know what you're doing. The pit crew has to be talented at doing that shit. There's a guy coaching and keeping track. I just don't like NASCAR fans. I don't find it interesting, but I think NASCAR fans are kind of, and I'll say it over and over again, redneck fucking hicks, man. Like,
well, no, I guess.
there's a lot of.
I
that,
guess
man.
no. I guess my question is, how would you get yourself up to that level? So like basketball, you play in high school and college, and then you get drafted.
Circuits. They have
Oh, okay,
circuits.
so it works the same.
There's like a
Well,
triple A system.
They do races at Bob Joe that aren't smash 'em up derby shit.
Right.
Yeah, like shit
Yeah,
like that,
there's
you
triple
know?
A stuff.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of work yourself up through the ranks and
Yeah.
like probably get sponsors and.
Oh yeah.
Right.
shit
Well, I mean,
that.
I'm sure-
there's a lot that goes into.
Yeah, there's a system.
Well, like, what was that like? I forget. It was in the '60s or something like that, or '70s. Like one of the best, like I don't know if it was NASCAR then or whatever. One of the best like race drivers in like the professional circuit was a former moonshiner. Because like he was like the biggest, like one of the best moonshine drivers of all time.
That's how NASCAR started.
Okay,
It's basically a whole bunch of moonshiners got together and raced.
Yeah,
See, like I like
we gotta
that
get over.
because like moonshine drivers,
Okay.
Well,
they were good. I mean, like, but moonshine drivers' job was to evade police, and like,
Drive fast.
and then like, what was it? Like one of the best NASCAR drivers, like in the professional circuit, once it got famous,
I've eaten too much of it.
was a moonshiner.
Yeah.
And then like, what was it? Like one of the best Hollywood stunt drivers of all time was a moonshiner. Because he had developed all these different car maneuvers to evade law enforcement, like how to turn around without stopping,
He's the real Duke of Hazzard.
Oh, dude. Well, I mean, that's what it was. Because, like, a moonshiner, that's illegal as fuck. And, like, down south and shit, they
Illegal
like
as
busting them, So, like, these drivers, their job is literally to, like, be able to get away from a cop car that's faster than you, potentially. So, like, some of the best drivers in NASCAR, like that one stunt driver who created, like, 5 or 6 maneuvers just for stunt driving, was, like, a moonshiner, just like a hick. Who was just like, I'm good at driving, I get fucking whiskey, like... NASCAR, I guess it is cool in a way. I don't like it, but
I couldn't.
Did you just have a revelation?
I don't like it. I mean, like driving fast cars is kind of cool. Like,
Yeah, but I couldn't fathom. Like, there's
I
so
couldn't
much.
watch
There's
it.
a ton that goes into it. Like a ton of it that goes into it. So there's a lot of skill.
Yeah.
But it is boring to watch. It's like baseball. I love baseball. There's a ton of skill in baseball, but I fucking hate watching baseball unless I'm at the stadium drinking beers.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, do you want to test this, Koopa, and me and you go to a NASCAR race and see if we get into it there? I mean, not like into
It's
it.
super fun.
If we're just like, yeah, like pass them up, or I don't know what they yell at the guys. Like,
Is there even a Chicago like area? Is there even an Illinois track?
yeah. There's one in Joliet, and I think there's another one.
Okay, we could do it. But I mean, all new experiences, man.
Yeah.
But I couldn't imagine being in a car that's going that fast. Being in a car going like because we've all been in a car and maxed out our cars at one point, especially when we were young.
not my current car, but other cars.
65.
I maxed out the Bronco one time.
Whole 97 miles an hour.
And it felt like I was going 300 because it started shaking. It was like...
But what I'm saying, they're
was
not only
fun.
going that fast, but they're like bumper to bumper with other cars.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they're like average.
It's a lot of nerve.
They like average like 175 or something like that, or like
175
and then
bumper
how
to
close
bumper.
they are
Yeah,
together.
Oh, yeah.
And those cars are made to be lightweight,
yeah.
so like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not like they're protective-ish. You know, it's not going to stop it from blowing the fuck up if you hit something, which that is kind of crazy. NASCAR is cool. I don't like it, but that is cool.
Right on, man.
Hell yeah, America. Only 3 letters I had to learn in school. USA dropped out.
Awesome.
Where are we going to go from there?
Randy Blythe.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Sound clip.
Duh.
I will kill you.
And he did. Randy Blythe acquitted of all charges in this past week. Mm-hmm. The decision came like a day ahead of time.
Yeah.
Which is fucking cool. He didn't even expect it to happen that soon. So
what does that say? Money opportunity? Or did they really think he was guilty?
Well, do you know what one of the?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, do you know what one of the? I mean, yeah, I guess so. Because like one of the biggest parts of the defense, not even the defense, but just for the court to have research. I don't know what the technical term is for the doctor or whatever, the scientist. It was like a physicist maybe or something like that. Came in, and they asked him, and he like went over what they said happened and watched the video of what apparently happened, and his deduction was that the distance the kid flew into the crowd to fall that and hit his head and where he did was physically impossible by being pushed.
Yeah.
They said the only possibility of him landing that far off of stage was to jump. And that was like one of the big kickers in Randy's favor was that like no matter how hard you push this kid, he's not going to go that far unless you spring and jump. And I'm like, holy fuck, science saved science saved metal. So,
but that's a good thing. But to me, from the get go, from how much money that they were talking about, it sounded like it was a stint to just make a lot of money.
I wouldn't doubt it.
But he said the family was super nice.
Oh yeah.
too.
Well, yeah. He said after the case, he went and talked with the family and all that stuff, and they said I don't think there was any ill will between the two parties. So
they're like I guess like it sounded like they held him in a very high regard.
Well, he's been nothing but kind the entire time, But
so.
Yeah,
good stuff. I don't know. I was very excited when I saw that. Yeah, because I honestly thought it was going to go the other way. Mm-hmm. I was expecting for it to go the opposite way. And
well, you got to think about it. You got to think about it from that perspective. You've got a very popular American band member that's touring all over,
right?
And if you imprison him, you're getting a lot of backlash. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of politics into that. I don't think it was just the court case. It was a lot of politics.
Or in their case, but like if you call him guilty, they could fight it and a lot more legal fees for the country. So, like, in my mind, they could have made more money by keeping the trial going, in a weird way.
Yeah.
But they found him not guilty. Yeah. So
they made
the right thing was done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they made a shit ton of them.
No, $500,000 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of physics, though, so I've been really getting into, especially lately, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Fuck yeah.
He's an astrophysicist.
Fuck
physicist.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can actually say this for next episode.
Okay.
Astrophysics next episode. Beard right back.
Oh, hey,
It was
all
hats.
you.
Sorry.
Beard right back.
Hey.